Your income isn't your problem. Your stuff is. And I can prove it in 60 seconds. Today, I'm giving you the 5 rules that separate people who always have money from people who never do, no matter what they earn. And by the end, you'll understand why Rule 5 matters most. I know a guy making $95,000 a year. Nice apartment, big TV, leather couch. Looks like he's got it figured out. He doesn't. 2 missed paychecks and he's cooked. Then there's this other dude, $52,000 a year. Nothing fancy, but 18 months of expenses saved. Invests 20% of every paycheck. Sleeps like a baby. Same neighborhood, half the income, 10 times the financial security. This isn't about how much you make, and once you see why, you can't unsee it. Here's the concept that'll permanently change how you think about money. Everything you own costs you twice. First cost, the price tag. Easy. Second cost, that's where people get wrecked. That treadmill in your bedroom takes up 20 square feet. In most cities, that's $600 to $1,000 a year in implicit rent to store something that mostly holds laundry. I am not done yet. Got a boat? Storage, insurance, maintenance? You're dropping 10% of its value every year. A $30,000 boat costs $3,000 annually, whether you use it or not. Nope, not over yet. Every item takes a slice of your brain. Visual clutter spikes cortisol and tanks your focus. Your stuff is literally stressing you out and you don't even realize it. And that $15,000 home gym? In index funds over 15 years, $50,000 plus. You didn't buy equipment, you bought equipment instead of freedom. Minimalists get this. They've done the math and decided most things aren't worth it. Stick around, it gets sharper from here. Rule 1. Know the real price. Before you buy anything, ask, how many times will I actually use this? Divide the price by that number, cost per use, the only honest measure of value. $200 jacket worn twice, $100 per wear, trash. $400 jacket worn 200 times, $2 per wear, deal. $300 kitchen gadget used twice a year, $150 per use, insane. $2,000 mattress every night for 10 years, 55 cents per use, no brainer. This formula kills impulse purchases dead. Now flip it. Walk through your place and ask honestly, if this disappeared tomorrow, would I actually pay to replace it? The bread maker? No. The fondue set? No. Those jeans from 18 months ago? Nope. Most of your stuff survives through pure inertia. It eats your space, your time, your mental energy. Sell what has value. Donate the rest. Chuck what serves nobody. Rooms open up. Your brain quiets down. Everything left actually matters. How much of what you own would you actually pay to replace? Most people have never asked that. The answer is uncomfortable. And once you see it, something else becomes obvious. Rule 2. Stop the leak. Your phone works perfectly, but the new one dropped. Your car gets you everywhere, but the new model looks cleaner. Your couch is fine, but you've been staring at it for 3 years and you're just bored. That's not a need. That's marketing doing its job. The average American swaps phones every 2 to 3 years on a working device. Over 30 years. $30,000 to $50,000 gone. Stack it across cars, furniture, clothes, $200,000 plus in lifetime waste. Don't replace what works. Boredom isn't a reason. Breakdown is. Everything else is noise. Think about the last upgrade you made. Was it actually broken, or were you just bored? And big purchases are never just one purchase. A boat needs a trailer, storage, and insurance. A pool needs chemicals, covers, and landscaping. A home gym needs flooring, mirrors, and ventilation. That $5,000 item is usually a $10,000 ecosystem. Calculate the full cost, always. And flip it. Sell the boat, and storage, insurance, registration, and maintenance all disappear with it. Good, the leak is gone. Now you need something stronger than discipline. Rule 3. Build the system. Willpower depletes. You get tired, stressed, emotional, and boom, you bought something dumb at 11 p.m. Stop relying on willpower. Build a system. Add friction to spending. Delete shopping apps. Remove saved credit cards. Nothing non-essential gets bought without a 24-hour wait. Remove friction from saving. Auto transfer to investments on payday. Treat savings like rent, non-negotiable. That 24-hour rule kills 70% of impulse buys. Most "I need this" feelings evaporate overnight. Not discipline, just good system design. What would happen if saving was literally easier than spending? That's not a fantasy. That's just engineering your environment correctly. One more. Count your stuff. Most people think they own 20 shirts. They find 60. Once you know the number, buying more feels different. You're not getting a shirt. You're bringing your collection to 61. The absurdity becomes visible. Once you see the pattern, it's impossible to ignore. Set hard caps. One in, one out. Without limits, stuff expands to fill whatever space you give it. That friction alone saves you thousands. If you're getting value from this, hit subscribe. Every week, I break down the money stuff nobody teaches you in school. 2 seconds. Won't cost you a thing. Now, here's the trick most people miss. Rule 4. Test before you own. New hobby? Don't buy the gear. Rent first. Borrow. Use a shared space. Camping sounds awesome. So does kayaking. So did guitar, photography, and becoming, and I quote, a serious cyclist. Garages across America are full of that energy. Dusty equipment from phases that lasted 6 weeks. How many things do you own right now that started as a phase? Renting tells you the truth fast. Either you love it and know exactly what you need, or you move on with your wallet intact. Test before you invest, every time. But here's the part almost nobody thinks about. Rule 5. Define your end game. Here's the question nobody in personal finance ever asks you. What does enough look like for you? Not in theory, a number, a lifestyle, a finish line. High earners stay broke for one reason. They never set one. Income goes up, lifestyle goes up. They feel the same. Repeat forever. People making $300,000 feel just as stressed as people making $80,000 because everything's scaled together. If your enough is $60,000 a year and you're earning $150,000, that $90,000 gap goes straight to freedom every single year. Without a finish line, you're just running. Real wealth isn't measured by what you have. It's measured by what you can choose. Can you quit a job that's wrecking you? Take 6 months off for a family emergency? Start something without a guaranteed paycheck? Retire before 65? That's wealth. Options, not objects. The person earning $200,000 but spending $195,000? Zero options. Chained. The person earning $80,000 but spending $45,000? Every decision based on what they want. Every purchase is a trade. Future freedom for present stuff. Is it worth the trade? To keep it that way, skip the massive yearly purge. It doesn't stick. 3 items out per week beats 300 once a year, because the annual version never actually happens. Here's the real twist. Owning less creates more money. Having more money makes owning less feel natural. The two feed each other. When your savings are solid and investments are growing, the urge to accumulate just fades. Security comes from your balance sheet, not your apartment. That guy with $52,000 and 18 months saved? Not lucky, not a genius. He just stopped letting his stuff make decisions for him. The choice between building wealth and spending it isn't about income. It's about who's in charge, you or your stuff.